brand called Dumb Luck. I'm actually not. So these guys are pretty cool. They're
Are you guys hearing this? This is the intro.
They specialize in doing all Rhone varietals out of Lake
Out of
County.
Paso? Out of Lake County.
Yes.
It's cooler there, really. Really?
Yes. So
Okay.
right now you're gonna get to try 3 different, obviously all the different grapes that make up a GSM blend, and then at the end you'll taste the GSM. So first up is Mourvedre,
Only Mourvedre.
single bottling of Mourvedre right here, and then you're gonna go to Syrah and then Grenache.
In our never-ending mission to make sure you don't have to drink shitty wine.
Yeah.
I'm tasting
Here, you
all
wanna
this
show
stuff
them,
for you.
Show them the bottle.
So you heard the intro. These are all grown varietals, which are dominated by Syrah, Grenache, and Mourvedre.
Correct.
Sometimes in the white world there's Viognier, there's Roussanne, Marsanne. There's something else. Sometimes they grow Cab. Sometimes. Okay. So the Cab Franc is always limp out of the Rhone.
Yeah.
You know. So we're tasting Dumb Luck. Now, done right, this should be smoky. It's usually by itself a great cigar accompaniment. We shall see.
And everything you're going to taste from the Dumb Luck line is all 2016. So that's nice that you're all tasting the same.
Yeah, you mean no
vintage.
fires? Yeah.
Right. Okay, so I'm actually trying to look up their
Smoky?
inventory. Yeah, thank you.
Ari's gonna be pissed. She's gonna have to edit this. It's gonna be way too long.
So are you just filming yourself or are you live streaming?
No, I'm filming it, and then she puts it on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.
Oh, that's great.
I'm looking to go viral.
Yeah, how do we do that?
I'm at 5. I'm viral at 10, right?
Yes. So, beginning level 26, 12, 11, 19. I have no idea.
You don't like to finish.
But it, that, I mean, it's
Well, you know
sounds
the
well.
rule. You never trust your first sip because you don't know what's been in your mouth before.
Yeah, okay, so 26 of the Grenache.
Oh, thanks to my friends at JM, you guys gave me a really good deal on my wife's car. In case you're watching this, thanks.
So I remember when we tasted this.
And Subaru can lick my balls, okay?
Serrano.
Oh, they're gonna sue me now.
What do you guys think of the Mourvedre?
Great attack, a rough finish.
Okay.
A rough finish, like
They're
it
all
really
like
needs a
this. They're
fatty
around
meat
26.
to offset, right? It's a tad bitter at the finish, that if you had some fatty meat, you wouldn't notice. But alone, but it's good
But, yeah,
attack.
but pay attention to some of the main things you're tasting because then you're going to see them all come together and harmonize in the GSM.
That's usually why they do it.
Yes. So now you're going to get the
Mourvedre
Syrah.
by itself can be, and they also want too much money for it by itself. Syrah. Okay, you guys know how much I love Syrah.
Ooh.
I love how it's a completely different wine depending on where it grows.
Yes. I'll
It's
agree to
amazing to me. How it's the exact same varietal, it's a completely different wine. And these days I'm in love with Washington Syrahs. And the Merlots, but especially the Syrah. Dude, it's like people sit here and, hey, let's have a bottle of wine. Okay, what do you want? Washington Syrah.
that. That's what they say?
No,
Or
that's what I
you
say
recommend?
every friggin' time. Drinks so well by itself. I'm in love with it. I had thought that the Paso area was going to be the next grown varietals because it's so similar, but nobody's doing it. They just want to
Yeah, I
make
see
cabs.
like more cabs.
But what defines a Paso cab?
Just a lot of fruit, a lot
And
of
it
heat.
drops right off the
Yeah,
finish.
yeah, it's hot. It's
Just
heavy
bing.
in the beginning and then no finish.
Boom.
I mean, I'm sure there's some good value stuff.
Yeah.
I've tasted more like lower end out of Paso.
Austin Hope figured out how to make a cab with a finish from Paso. He's the only one I've tasted. But he makes a gorgeous Syrah and Grenache by itself. So this
Yeah.
is just Syrah?
Just Syrah.
Yeah, this is just Syrah.
100%.
Here, smell it. I'll wait. Jake's thrilled. Can you see? He's thrilled by it.
Are you into wines normally? Usually? Cool. And what do you like to drink mostly?
I like Washington Syrah. I like Sabotage Cab. I like the Chevrolet.
Sure. Yeah. Good names.
I look for something, and I could be wrong. If this is just what works here, I look for something a little more complex and a little more self-assured.
Okay.
Is that a word for
Totally. Why not?
you know, something that sits up and says, "Look at me." You know what I mean?
Is that okay there?
I saw Amy Poehler when she was doing the rounds after she made the movie Wine Country.
Cool.
She said, you know, there's a few things I learned to say about wine that if you say them, people think you know what you're talking about, even though it doesn't mean anything. She says, like, you smell some wine, you go, oh, she has something to say, doesn't she?
I love that. That's actually
Right?
pretty
You think
spot
you know,
on.
or say, she's a little shy, huh? I don't know anything. It doesn't matter. They think now that I do.
Yeah.
I love that. She's a little shy. Yeah, so I look for, especially something like a Syrah, to be able to get over $40 for it. It has to be way more self-assured.
Good deals running.
And the cost is the cost. You know, I get that. But we like bragging that everything here I sell drinks better than its price.
Yes, I remember you saying that last time.
And I have a warped sense of value. It just, yeah, this doesn't taste like a $40 Syrah. It's nice though. You like it? He's very talkative today. This tastes young too.
Yeah, I mean,
I know it's 2016.
it could definitely
But
maybe
it
use
tastes
some more
young.
time.
It tastes like it'll continue to develop. It tastes young. I can almost taste yeast. That's Grenache, I can
Grenache
tell by
is
the
coming.
color. Typically Grenache, when you see it come out of the bottle, almost has color of strawberry juice. I can see right through it. That smell, to me, is France. Right? That's France. Like I'm looking for my seafood crepes on the table. It's France. You look lovely today, by the way.
Thank you.
Somebody should say that.
Thanks. I didn't get a right seat here. And you want some Grenache? Good.
Good day to have the top down.
Did you drive it here?
Yeah. I'll tell you the story of the car I just got my wife. Fucking Subaru.
You get it?
I got a newer version of my Lexus. Because now that she has the SUV, now my next car doesn't have to be an SUV, and I'm going to get their new electric car. It's supposed to come out next year, but now it's the year after.
Just towels beat up.
Oh, baby. leave me some. I have leftover chicken for lunch,
Ooh.
and that would be perfect,
All right.
right?
We got you another clean glass here so I can go and.
We're back. That was conversation you don't need to know. This Grenache is really nice.
Yeah, I bet you like it.
Oh man. Chicken and turkey.
GSM smells nice.
Well, GSM should be dominated by the flavor of Grenache over Syrah with that little bit of muscularity from the Mourvedre that now when you blend it with something else, it piggybacks on the other varietals finish.
Oh, this fly just ruined my drink.
Leave him in there, see what happens.
Extra protein.
No, see what happens. See if he starts doing a backstroke. I love this stuff. Yeah, the Grenache dominates the aroma, which is good.
Do you like the lineup? Or would you have done something differently?
You mean when I tasted it? I would
Yeah.
not taste Mourvedre first.
First, where would you have put it? Middle or last?
I'd probably put it at the end because the Mourvedre now that my palate's been exposed to the other flavors, it's going to tolerate the lack of finish on the Mourvedre. Whereas it being the first, it brought it home. Just saying.
Good note.
Just saying.
You said you wanted a little more Grenache.
Yeah. I have leftover chicken and salad for lunch. And that'd be those crispy. You need
Your
another.
wine key, by chance? I just want to look under the.
You need another cartridge.
Not yet. I just want to look and see what the cork's doing underneath. I think there was maybe some air between the foil and
Very good.
the GSM.
Very good. The Mourvedre adds a little more substance to it. It broadens it out, and the finish is all piggybacked on the Syrah and the Grenache. So the Mourvedre adds to the attack. Very good. Yes. Leakage?
Yeah, look, it's starting to raise out.
Oh, we're gonna have to drink it.
We're gonna have to pull the cork on this.
Oh my God. Oh, what to do? We have to drink the wine. Oh shit.
Oh shit, oh god.
Oh.
But you liked the Grenache, so that's a good sign.
I really like the Grenache, and I really like the GSM. This has all been the same house, by the way.
Now we're just pushing it, guys. This isn't
Dumb luck.
Sorry.
Dumb luck, and that's not a Chinese dish on the menu.
That has never happened to me before.
Actually, it's a good thing. That's probably an anomaly in the cork, and you wouldn't have known. You want some help?
Nope. I am the cork doctor. So same winery, or same owners, I should say, different label. So this area of Lake County that they're sourcing from, a little bit higher in elevation, and they're focused on Bordeaux varietals. So today you're going to taste their Merlot. They also do a Cab Franc, and a Barbera, which is random.
You know, years ago I tasted Michael Benzinger's Barbera, and although the winery was in Sonoma near Glen Ellen, I don't think he was growing the grapes there. And it was really, really interesting. Because it doesn't taste like Italian Barbera at all.
No, completely different.
It's very interesting. The Cab Franc, Michael David's Cab Franc is from Lake County.
Yeah. Is it? Wait, I did not know that. The ink blot one?
Yeah.
Huh.
They have holdings there. That's where their Cab Franc and their cab comes from. Because you're not making those kind of cabs like Rapture from Lodi through.
No. No way.
You ever been to Lodi?
Nope.
It looks like Florida City. Flat
Really?
and dry and dusty.
Oh, I was like, have I ever been to Florida City?
Oh,
I think so.
south of Miami, Florida City.
Yeah,
When you're,
okay.
like heading to the seas.
Oh,
Absolutely
that's
flat.
what it looks like.
Yeah,
That's what I was like, oh, really?
yeah. In fact, the first time we went to Michael David, I drove by it. I thought it was a You Pick'em stand. That's what it looked like.
That's funny.
I carried on. They have a cafe there, and they're famous for grape pie. They make a pie out of Zinfandel grapes. Absolutely delicious. So I made a big deal about, dude, you got to send me one of these pies. Right? Just send me a pie. Right? So they did, uncooked. So by the time it got to me, it was a bag of fruit, a bag of juice.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a bag of juice with some bits of pie sort of floating on the top of it. And a year later, he said, "Hey, you know, how was that pie?" I go, "Interesting."
Juicy.
Juicy. It had completely come apart.
So this is 100% Merlot, 50% du French oak regimen here. They're up at about 2,200 feet of elevation, and they're called Wild Diamond because they're known for like these quartz-like gemstone deposits that are found throughout the volcanic soils up there. And they actually, I mean, I guess it's kind of rare to find like a big size one, but they
Yeah.
polish them down, make
They
some
sell them
jewelry
in their
out of it.
store and as jewelry.
Kind of cool.
It almost smells like cologne. Right? Like perfume.
I can say that a lot for wine perfume. It's very perfume,
But this smells like perfume.
right? Okay, that was it. That was your viral moment.
Yeah, that was it.
So it's
No
gonna get
stopping
you
it
viral.
now. They're going to be asking for my autograph. It really does. It smells like red perfume.
So I can't believe you just had a guy talking to you the other day about Yao Ming.
Yeah, they have this bet, he was telling me, some kind of fantasy football bet. And the payoff is, like, you gotta get, whoever loses has to give the other guy a $200 bottle of wine. And he said, yeah, so last year I got Yao Ming. And it was like, really? That's what you got? Fuck, I couldn't, look, and I lost this year. I said, I'll give you a $100 bottle of wine that drinks better. You won't know. Guarantee you won't know. It was just yesterday. So we'll see. $200. You need pedigree for $200. You need history for $200. You can't come out of the starting blocks and say,
I mean, yeah, that must be the reserve tier, which I don't even know if we'll get access to. We'll see.
that's like this other guy was telling me about his cousin started making wine. And coming right out of the box, there were $150, $180 bottles of California Cab. And I said, you got to earn that. You don't get, you have to earn that. There's a time coefficient to that. You have to show excellence over a period of time before you reach that sort of nether world. To me, once you want to sell something for over $100, you better have history behind it.
Right.
You can't just, because what's his name? The kid who went to make Odette, out of the box he hit 100 points. They still haven't reached $100. Odette, the first 2 years was not $100, even though he hit,
But it was 100.1.
he hit 100 point out of the box.
That's impressive.
I know.
Where was he the winemaker before?
He was the assistant to at Cade.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's some good training.
Yeah, and Diane was supposed to become the winemaker there, and I don't know, at the last minute, they gave it to her assistant, and the kid out of the box hit 100 points. I think Parker gave it to him. I'm not sure which. But they're still not at $100. Maybe they are now.
You would think that would have been the ticket to get them to 100.
Yeah. I think they did when they hit 100 a second time.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, something like that. You gotta show something. You gotta show you're not a flash in the pan to hit those numbers, you know? Even though they have some pedigree.
Where is that fruit being sourced? Or do they own their?
Stag's Leap.
Okay.
But it tastes like there's some Pritchard Hill in it. Yeah, I know. This Pritchard Hill is special.
I went to 2017, summer of 2017, I went to go up and visit Ovid Winery on Pritchard Hill. Stunning. Those wines are cool too.
The winemaker there was this guy with the worst haircut I've ever seen on a man.
Really? Younger guy or?
Yeah, younger. It
Yeah.
was like he cut his hair himself.
Huh.
They had a portfolio tasting a bunch of years ago now at an art gallery in the Wynwood district. It was all the stakeholder high-end stuff. Ovid was there, Ramey was there,
So that Augustin might have been
Schaefer
there as well.
was there.
Because those were all Augustin brands.
Was it was it theirs then?
Depends what year you're talking about.
We're going back probably 12, 14. I don't remember whose it
Yeah,
was.
then yeah,
It
they
could
also
have been
would have
theirs.
been Premier / Augustin at the time.
Yeah, it could have been.
For
I don't
sure.
remember whose it was, but it was. I remember Schaefer was there,
Yes.
and I was impressed with how good the Merlot was because I always knew them for Schaefer Select. And yet, the best of the show was Ovid.
They're special.
Dude,
So good. They have a white wine that's got like 13 different friggin' white wines blended into it. Varietals, rather.
I don't remember him bringing that.
But yeah, their cab, their hexameter is really good. And then any experiment that they do is delicious. They're very cult status.
It tastes perfumey too.
The Merlot.
Yeah, this is interesting.
I can't believe that comment. The bottle should be taller. That is so funny.
Should be the tallest bottle in the rack.
It should be.
This is interesting. This is a little more sort of white glove, sophisticated than other Merlots.
That's a nice compliment.
There's,
Do you have any Merlots here?
yeah, sure.
Do people like them? Go for them? Everybody's like different.
We actually have a good Cannonball Merlot. I like it a lot.
Cannonball came out with a single vineyard
Okay.
Merlot that's surprisingly good because we know Cannonball to be a fruit bomb, and this is surprisingly good. I found a couple of really good Washington Merlots. We have the ancestors of Swanson TV food, Swanson TV dinners.
Like you sit in front of the TV with it.
Yeah, you peel it up and there's like,
the
Salisbury
microwave.
steak
Oh,
and
yeah.
mashed potatoes and a green thing and some apple crisp. It was a big deal in the early 60s, especially if you were single.
Wow.
They were awful.
Okay.
Don't misunderstand. They were awful. They used to call one Salisbury steak. You know what Salisbury steak is?
Okay, I've heard of that.
It's a hamburger. But you form it
Right.
oblong and therefore it's a steak. Well, their children didn't want to be in the business, so they make wine. They make a very nice Merlot. We do pretty good with Merlot. Andrew Will, we do pretty good. But with Merlot, because so much of what we do is hand sold, takes a hand set.
Yeah.
You know, well, I'm having filet mignon, man. You should have a Merlot. I don't know about Merlot. It's because you're used to drinking shitty Merlot. You know.
I mean, there's not a ton out there, especially within like the category that lead the category. There's like a very few.
Well, that's because of Sideways.
Yeah, I know.
You know, that line actually written was, if they serve shitty Merlot, I'm leaving.
Oh.
But on the 11th take, when
He got all fired up.
Giamatti exhibited the right kind of drunkenness that he wanted, he had truncated the line to come out instead to say, they serve fucking Merlot, I'm leaving. And it changed the business.
Yeah, that is so funny because that's the most legendary line of the one.
And that's not, and it was not the line as written. The line as written was, if they serve shitty Merlot, I'm fucking leaving, meaning, you know, that ubiquitous red wine that, to make it sound better, they call it Merlot. That wine. The wine they serve at bar mitzvahs. Right? When you go up to the bar and they say, oh, we're serving red and white. Really, what red? Ew, it's Merlot. No, it's not. That's not Merlot. That's just red. That wine. That's the reference. But they didn't care about that. They cared about exhibiting the right amount of drunkenness, and it changed the business.
So funny.
I don't know. You know, I don't know if that alone did it. I think him getting the girl because he spoke well of Pinot Noir helped. Now you know, you don't have to drink shitty wine ever again.